Happy New Year 2026. Happy New Year to everybody. Guys, Happy New Year. We like to say you are honestly welcome. This is the Relationship in the Society show. We honestly want to ask you to help share the show, please. Yeah, for the few minutes, we will be bringing you programs of information, entertainment, education, as well as word of encouragement. My name is Lawrence Yan Yene. I'm going to be joined in studio by some of the panelists here. We will be here, and we got our guests coming up. We, yeah, actually hope that they will respect our invitation. They will accept our invitation to join us in studio. We got Honorable Afrako Noah. He will be coming to address his Liberian people. And Honorable Eric Koluba will also be coming. Yes, so you are honestly welcome. If you want to be part of this program, just let us know. We can send you the link so you can join us in studio. Guys, you can share this show for us, please. And again, you can participate by comments. I mean, we solicit everything: your comments, your opinions, your views. The only thing we don't tolerate is offensive thing. If you are not offensive, you can be part of it. You can disagree with us and we can discuss the issue. All we want from you is be straight to the point, and that's it. So today we will be mostly talking about our Liberian community within Waterloo and Cedar Falls. But you can also make your point on other issues. Now we are in New Year 2026. What have you to say? What have you to tell your people, your government? So we'll be inviting uh, our former musicians. Let's say, yeah, former musician. I don't know. Yeah, I think it's anyway, they were in group that sang the song, so they will be coming to do a selection for us from the old school styling, consider it to be back in the days. So just stay with us and help to share the show, please. This is keep on trying. Facebook, we own no copyright for any song I play. No copyright, people.
Life is not easy to carry on. I know you've been trying so very hard, but you got to be strong. If you want to survive, you could be a rich man,
Facebook, we own no copyright.
be a poor man.
I just the same.
You're just the same.
One line,
One life,
one blood.
blood. Sometimes it gets so hard for you. You even want to kill yourself.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. As long as there is life, there's got to be hope. Whoa, whoa. Keep on trying. One day, keep on trying.
It's gonna be
It's
better.
gonna be better. Keep on trying. La, 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 la. Keep on trying. Just take it to the Lord in prayer.
He will be your answer. And you will never better
Never
say.
fall.
We will not copyright people.
Tried so many times.
You will be
Let down by all your friends.
but don't lose your mind.
Lose your mind.
Keep trying so hard.
Try so hard.
We will not copyright people.
Some
And
pretend
they love you when you high. But when you down, what happened?
when you're down, they laugh at you.
Don't give up.
Don't give up, don't give up, don't give up. As long there is life, there's got to be hope. Oh, oh. Keep on trying, forever and ever. Keep on trying. Don't give up. Keep on trying. Survival. Oh, oh. Keep on trying. No matter how hard it may be. Keep on trying.
No easy way.
There's no easy way. Keep on trying.
You gotta keep on trying.
You gotta keep on trying.
Here's what we own no copyright to any song I plays.
Keep on trying. Keep on trying. Keep on trying.
We own no copyright people.
Keep on trying. Keep on trying.
Well, Facebook, we own no copyright to any song I plays here. We do this just to entertain our audience. Merry Christmas, Honorable.
Merry Christmas and to you and your family. I'm glad to be here.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you too, my brother. And I'm glad to be here.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year to you too, Honorable Malik Sinke Yagolo. Uh, my man, you looking handsome, Papu. You strong, bro. So how someone can say Merry Christmas in VA when they want to say, or let's say Happy New Year. Like in Mano, what I know in Mano, they can say, Bakede you love, Bakede you love. But I don't know how they can say in VA, man.
My man, you are very rich with our cultural heritage. I cannot compare myself with you. Unfortunately, that question cannot be answered. How I wish I would have loved to, answer you in VA specifically with the question you asked. Unfortunately, I don't know what that means.
Okay, no problem. No problem, comrade. I don't hold you responsible for that. No problem. So comrade, I don't know. The man Afra Konowa is an emancipator. He's one who fights for his people. He's a vocally and get into business, my man. What you been so quiet? People not been hearing from you. Is it that you have forgotten your people? But then before we get to that, would you like to fully introduce yourself, who you are, talk about yourself very little before? Yeah, let begin that way before we can come. Whether you have deserted your people, because long time your people not been hearing from you. Let's hear you, Honorable.
Thank you again, Mr. Lawrence Nyayene, for affording me the opportunity to be here tonight after a long, you know, invitation that we've been trying to get ourselves over here to talk to our people. Well, my name is Afre Momodu Konowa Senior. I'm originally from Liberia, West Africa, and I'm from the western part of Liberia, Grand Cayman County to be specific. And to go more deeper to that, I'm from Pokwa District, Grand Cayman County. I am married. I have 3 beautiful kids,
That's great.
and I'm a public administration major. I hold a BA degree in public administration. And
That's
to
good.
come to our community here, I am your former vice president of the Liberian Association in Waterloo in Cedar Falls, Waterloo, Iowa,
Thank you so much.
the United States.
Thank you. We will say again many thanks. Thank you that this time around you did not let our invitation down. You accepted to come because we've been running behind you, running after you. We say, come and speak to your people. And thank you so much for coming here. So for the next few times, we will actually be appreciated if you can bear with us to be with us in studio. We might be joined by some of our panelists here. If they have the time, they will join some of our panelists of this platform. And also, we might be joined by some community members, like we have one of the key holders of the community. We also invited him, whether he will come in studio or he will be in studio through a phone. We don't know yet. We will get to him. So we will be holding you here for a little time. Please bear with us. And we let us say again, thank you so much for accepting our invitation to come.
Thank you.
All right. So as we said earlier, wow, Afro-Konowa, we haven't been hearing from you, Honorable. What have been called? Is it that you have forgotten your people? What been going on?
Well, as a leader in a community, especially for our local community here in Waterloo, Cedar Falls, I'm one of those persons who believe that as a leader, you must be definitive. If you should have a direction, you should have a vision. If you are ready to speak to your people, you don't just come and make loud noise, and at the end of the day, it doesn't have any kind of a tangibles. So if you see me staying away from some of the conversations and debates and arguments that are being circulating in our community, I feel like most of those different debates and arguments were not really bringing some kind of fruitfulness to our community. It was not helping our community to develop, but rather tearing ourselves down. So I thought it was not to indulge myself into those conversations because I don't think it was really bringing that kind of development that we want to see in our community. So that's why I've been. It's not that I'm not aware of some of those conversations. To be honest with you, I have listened to some of those conversations. I have read some posts around, and I've seen some real strong arguments and debates. But at the end of the day, I felt like as a leader, we needed to be held more accountable to ourselves rather than trying to shift blame around the place and causing a lot of chaos rather than bringing ourselves together. So that's why I thought it was to let the sleeping dog lie, and when the time comes for us to speak, we will speak to the issues. And that's why I'm here tonight, to speak to some of those critical issues that are being debated in the community, to give my own thoughts about some of those different arguments that continue to permeate itself within the corridor of our community conversations.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Comrade. Thank you so much. We will come. We will still come back to you. As we said earlier, we have one of the stakeholders within the community. He's one of the key men. He's an emancipator. He is indomitable. He's a meditant. Well, he will better introduce himself when he's given the time. So we will get to the honorable meditant. Let him just shortly introduce himself before we can proceed. Honorable Koluba, you can go ahead, unmute yourself, and introduce yourself to your people. Okay, let me do it. Okay, go ahead.
Can you get me now?
Yeah, you are live. We are hearing you now.
Okay, thank you so much for the opportunity and thank you for the invite to your platform. Let me first say hi to your studio guests and say hi to your many listeners. By the way of introduction, my name is Eric P. Koluba. I live in Waterloo, Iowa, and I have come to the disco as a community member as a champion for the rightful thing. So, Mr. Yanni, just so you know, we are here to see our community move forward. Part of our responsibility in the community is to make sure that the rightful thing is done and is done per our own rules and regulation. So I'll stop that far and wait for further questions.
Thank you so much. We will say again many thanks. Thank you for accepting our invitation to come and talk with your people at this time. We are so sorry for not being so time conscious because the show was scheduled to have started 6:00, but by this time the show has started. At least thank God. Thank you guys. So before we proceed, let this be known to our audience that here on this platform we are open, we are not biased. We invite everybody to come here. But sometimes when we invite people, they don't come. Then, like for the show tonight, we thought it was we try all the best we can to reach on the other side. The financial secretary, Richard Winning, has always refused to come on this platform. And then we try to get one of the key supporters. In fact, the main supporter of Richard Winning is Comrade Gabriel Roberts. We started calling Gabriel. Gabriel started letting our calls down. And then we sent him text. But then Gabriel consented and asked for the time the show will be starting. For us, I don't know whether it was a mistake that we made. Instead of us texting the time to Gabriel quietly, we refer Gabriel to our page. We said, go to our page, you will get a detail. Probably because Gabriel went to the page now and saw the whole thing now, saw people that like Olubaden coming in studio. Gabriel run away. You know, the man Eric Oluba is a sophisticated man who discusses the issue with facts. This is a man who has overloaded his whole brain with the constitution of the organization, who speaks with quotation from all the angles. So Gabriel Rawa looked at it and said, no. One Eric Oluba in studio, I can't come. The man, I'm saying that because of the excuse Gabriel Rawa was saying. He said, I'm going hustle, you know, this is a new year. This year, I want to start a year without going on hustle. When I stay home, when the year come, maybe they will stick on me now. I will be so weak to start a hustle. Like, excuse there. So this is what happened, guys. All right. Thank you so much. Mr. Afra Konowa, before we can get to Eric, some of your people have been in doubting mood that Comrade Afra Konowa, or our leader Konowa, was a vice president. He resigned very, very abruptly, and he did not speak out. Why he resigned? So, Comrade, we will be taking you back there to just talk a little about what went wrong, if it was anything that happened, why you resigned from the government at the time. And then we go back to Michael G. Town. You did extremely well. You serve as executive advisor to Michael G. You serve as planning director. You serve as program director. And we would love for you to catalog some of these things that happen in the government. Michael G. Town coming to colonial time. Just catalog it, and before we can come to current event. Let's dive that way, comrade. Thank you.
Well, the record speaks for itself. I remember in 2018, I was appointed as, I believe, during the time of Michael G's election. After the election, I was appointed as the program director for the inaugural committee, and we were able to successfully carry out that program, and it was really attended. We have dignitaries from across the Midwest. We have people coming from Minnesota, North Dakota, Michigan, Philadelphia. But most importantly, we have the two cities here in Waterloo and Cedar Falls. We have dignitaries from um, the city hall, and of course, some elected officials from the both cities um, attended the program, which was very, very well attended. So yes, after that program, according to our constitution, we're supposed to do some report as it relates to financial standing. We were able to make our report. And
Comrade, 1 second. I'm so sorry. Just remember where you start. We'll come back. By the way, we are in studio. We can ask questions to one another. So, Comrade Koluba, if you would like to question Comrade Konowa on whatever you need clarity, the same goes to him too. So this is the reason why we are here to, make everything simple for our audience. So go ahead, Comrade.
well, thank you very much. And I don't think I'm here to ask people questions. I
Uh,
came here specifically to be able to speak to to speak to some of the critical
okay,
issues that are being
okay.
discussed in the community.
Mhm.
Some of those debates that are being discussed in the community. I'm sure some of those issues that are being discussed here on your platform. And initially, when I got here, you made mention of why is it that as former vice president of the association, I have not been, coming forth with, indulging in some of those debates. So I don't think I'm here to ask people questions. I'm only here to give my own thoughts as it
Okay,
relates to some of those different debates, and some of the challenges that we have had as a community. That's why
yeah,
I'm here tonight, and I will not indulge myself into asking people questions.
okay. So let's continue. You were talking
So, like
about.
I said, I was given an opportunity to serve the community. I
Mhm,
served as, in fact, just to remind you,
mhm.
during the election of Michael G. and Cornelius Davis, I served as secretary to the debate committee.
You want to complete about the program
Yeah, I just
before
gave you a flashpoint
you.
where I started. All right. So the community came together that they said that it was important to have a debate, and in that conversation, I was one of those persons that was selected to serve as one of the you know analysts on the debate committee. And when we got together, I was appointed as the secretary to that debate committee. That we were able to conduct a debate between Magoji and Cornelius Davis at the time, Kennedy Magoji and Kennedy Cornelius Davis. We went forward to even debate some of the different positions that people were vying for. For example, financial secretary position, secretary general position were all debated during those days. I think we're around 2018, I believe. And we carried out that debate very successfully. And at the end of the day, after the elections, Michael Jean emerged as the winner. And when Michael Jean won the election, I was subsequently appointed as the inaugural committee chairman. So we were able to carry out the inauguration perfectly, and we reported to the committee the money that was generated, the funds that were being spent, and we did that report to the committee. To the community.
Okay. So, Cornelius Town, we saw after Michael G. government, you contested to become vice president of the community, and you won, and you worked with Cornelius, but then you resigned without any reason. For as far as we are concerned, you have not given any reason. Do you care to talk about that?
Thank you very much. You see, in any environment that you work in, and if you are not being given an opportunity to serve or provided the environment where you can contribute to the development or any kind of leadership, the best thing to do is to resign because you don't want to be in there and then not doing anything. Because I know one of the things that really led to my resignation is that we had a lot of opportunities and we squandered those opportunities. And I want to say this.
What
I
was
want
some
to
of
say
the
this.
opportunities
I
that
want to say this
was
very clear, right?
what was some of the opportunities
Some
squandered?
of the opportunities that we had when we came to power, the Liberian community were very energetic.
Mm,
We made some promises that we were going to deliver on. And one of the promises that we made was in the previous regime,
mm,
there were issues about reporting. Financial report, for example,
mm.
was a serious problem. People will collect the community money, and to make report, it became an issue. We made promises that when we come, we're going to make sure that some of those technical issues that led to people not making report, we're going to fix it. And then when we got in power,
Mhm.
it became even worse. The financial secretary was not able to make report on time.
And who are the financial secretary at the
Richard Bennett. Richard
Richard-
Bennett, Tony, I'll be very clear.
Yeah, okay.
Richard Bennett was the financial secretary.
He could not make
Mhm.
report.
He could not make report on time.
Okay.
I myself, the president appointed me to investigate and to make sure that the financial secretary made report on time. I could not make him to make report. We set up time, we set up deadline. He could not meet all of those deadlines. I even got angry. I was sitting on the platform. I got angry and I threatened to take the financial secretary to court.
At the time.
At the time, yes, I threatened to take him to court. But again, we are in a community. People will come. Oh, you don't do it that way. You don't do it that way. You come together and see how people can solve the issue. It's not about going to court and all of that. Those are some of the issues. You know, that one of the issues there. When you talk about me, why I resign,
Okay.
those are some of the issues.
But
Okay.
you did not speak out at the time. You did not tell anybody. Was there any reason why?
The time is now.
Because there is your silence caused a problem for the community. Because if you had spoken out at the time, people would have known. You kept mute, and then Richard Winnie violently went to the ballot box again for the third time, and then I brought people voted him.
I wouldn't say that he violently went to the ballot box. That would be very naive of me to say that he violently went to the ballot box and won an election. We had an election,
Mhm.
and we wanted people to vie for those different positions, and nobody could show up, and he took advantage of that and showed himself up, so people voted for him.
After
So it was not about, he didn't carry out any kind of violence, to be very honest.
No, I'm speaking of after the term. After your term, Richard Winnie, right there, he has completed his term according to the Constitution. He has succeeded himself now because his first term was with Michael G, and then Cornelius' term was his second term. So, and that term, you and Richard Winnie worked together, and all of these ills, you observe it. You could not speak it out. You kept mute on it, and like when people. Maybe some people were not informed about this. They went to the ballot box and voting. That's what I'm saying. So at that time now, Dagonti time, he went to the ballot box now, Dagonti time, because this was not a flag out to the Liberian people from colonial time.
I think that's why we had a debate. That's why we had a debate for these different elections.
Mhm.
And I thought that it was incumbent on those that were running the election to raise those different issues. I was not running in the election. If I were running the election, I would have raised the issue about term limits, because I guess that's what you are talking about. As per our constitution, I would have raised the issue about term limit, and that would have perhaps changed the form and manner in which the election was conducted.
But the Constitution provides that the electoral committee be given the Constitution to study it before qualifying candidates.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had on open elections, and that, like I say again, if I was a candidate in the election, that would be one of my concern.
But you have had the opportunity at the time to deny him, even as election worker.
No, I was not part of the election committee.
Oh, okay.
I was appointed during the debate, the recent debate we had. I was appointed as one of the members on the debate committee.
Oh,
so we conducted a debate among the different candidates that were running for different positions.
Oh, I got
so
you.
I was not a member of the electoral committee,
Okay,
or let's say the election committee. I was not a member.
So, some might ask question and say, what are some of your achievement because you work in so many government? Do you care to just catalog few from Margot G time to Cornelius time?
Well, when I served as executive advisor to Margot G, one of the things that we were able to do was to bring the community together, because unity is strength. And I would say this: Margot G was one person who always listened. If issue comes up, he always set up committee to discuss a different issue, whether it was conflict, whether it was programming, whether it was anything that had to do with the community. He always seek consultation. And that's why I really love about Margot G's administration. He always seek consultation about what to do when it comes to moving our community forward. So I serve in that position, and I'm proud to say that while serving as executive advisor to the president, we were able to unite our community. And one of the things that we're able to do, in fact, it's still in the community right now, moving our community when things happen. I remember when one of our community members passed away. UJ Margot G quickly called me and asked me what we should do.
Yeah,
and I advising appropriately on what needed to be done. And we were able to go to the community, and one thing I can tell you, the Liberian community know how to come together when something happens.
But that administration, during that administration, I think that two community members passed away.
Yeah.
Comrade Theo Phillips or Solomon also passed off.
Yes. Yeah. And we saw how the government, the community government was able to quickly, bring the community together. Whether it was about sympathizing with the family, whether it was about raising some money for burial, and all those different situations. So I'm very proud to have worked with him, and that we're able to engage our community, and we're able to solve some of those different issues.
Thank you. And you also organized the installation program.
Yes, I also that was one of my achievements.
Comprehensive reports.
Yes, I made a comprehensive report after the installation program. In fact, I would say that it was one of the best installation programs we've ever had in the last 5 to 6 years.
Okay, so that kind of colonial government too. Did you make any achievement there that you wish to talk about?
Well, one of the things that we talked about as when we were candidates, we talked about financial literacy in our community as one of our campaign promises, that we were going to talk to our people about financial literacy. And we also talk about the biggest vision for the community that we're still talking about is the issue of a community center. We made a promise that we're going to deliver on that promise of a community center. We also talk about, because at the time, one of the sticky issues was the issue about 501c. That's one of the things, as a non-for-profit organization, you need to have to be in good standing with the state. So that was one of the things that Margot G struggled with. Even though we were able to put all the structure in place to be able to get it, but that was one of the things that he struggled with. He was not able to finish it. So when we came to power, thank goodness we were able to do that. That was one of the achievements, to be able to get a 501c status for the community, that we can be recognized in the state as a non-for-profit organization. I think that was the biggest achievement so far.
So how was your relationship with your immediate boss?
We were not able to achieve on the community center. We were not able to completely get 100% on the financial literacy program that I talked about, but we were able to initiate it. I remember we had a couple of community members that came on Zoom, and we had someone that was teaching on financial literacy. The president, Cornelius David, also made through the Hawkeye Community College to bring people to teach our people about financial literacy on a different money portfolio, where you can put your money in terms of investment. He made some effort in that regard, but again, at the time we are not in good standing with the state.
Okay.
So the experts that we thought to have, brought
Mm.
to teach our people, they could not come because they said that we needed to be in good standing, and time flies. While we were fighting to get the 501c3, we ran out of time, so we're not able to get those people back. After we got the 501c3, to bring them back to be able to continue what we have started when it comes to the issue of financial literacy.
So
So,
how was
so
how
all
yeah.
in all, in terms of the financial literacy, we were able to achieve, like, I would say, 35% of the whole program, because the bigger picture, we wanted to have brought people that have expertise in the area to at least have a town hall with our people, whether we could have maybe a 1 day symposium, bring our people together to be able to have people coming to teach them, about financial literacy, where to keep their money. Because, in the country, we're working hard for money. So it's important that people get some education as to how to, make their money work for them. We're not able to achieve that in,
Okay.
in its totality.
All right. Thank
But
you so
we initiated the process.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. So we will come to current event now. We will come to the current situation of the community.
So,
But
like you may mention about, whether I had cordial relationship.
yeah,
Yes, outside of our duties and everything, yes, I had cordial relationship with Cornelius. We never had any I never had any problem with him, like, to say, where, you know, like, maybe from the community standpoint, no, we never had any issue. But administratively, I will tell you, professionally, I will tell you, many times I had issue with him.
okay. So we will come now to we transition to the current event now of the community. But then before we get there, just to make a little introduction, just appearing in studio is Comrade Sheldon Duo. Sheldon Duo is one of the panelists of this platform. So he sits here.
Like, my brother there, my brother.
Yes. So you don't feel surprised to see him.
No, I don't.
When you don't see me, you will see him. When you don't see me, you will see me.
That man holding the ground in Minnesota.
Yeah. So we were getting little time to first introduce yourself, and then we will pick up from there.
Let me say good evening to my brother there, Apre, and I see Eric Koluba. I'm sorry that I was not on time. So, everybody knows that this country kind of the busy schedule. But when I heard that you were coming, I told Lauren that I was really trying to see if I can be part of the show today, even though before our busy schedule. Anything that has to do with Liberia, especially Liberian community living anywhere, it clean the attention of almost everyone of. So, I'm happy that you are here to tell all what is going on in Waterloo. And I'm joining you people now from Virginia. I'm currently in Virginia now. Yeah. So basically,
Wow.
I say that's it.
Thank you so much. So
I don't know what's going on in the background there. The noise too much.
we don't want to say all the comrade
Yeah, I'm trying to make a judgment quick. Okay.
when you're talking about the Navy, then at least, yeah, we got people there. So Comrade Konowa, before we get to Eric, let's hear you what you got to say about the current situation as it relates to the constitutional violation of our community. Let's hear you. What have you to say about this? You as a stakeholder, as former vice president, and you've been there for your people. Let's hear you.
First of all, what I would like to say is that I think what is happening, especially I've been following the different conversations, like I say in my opening, in the different debates online. What is happening is that people in position have not come to realize their own function and the position they occupy. That is a major issue.
What that means? When you
What
say
that means is that, as for example, let's say for example, I'm the vice president. I
Mm.
should know my administrative role as a vice president. That is the reason why some of you are during my tenure, people will
Mm.
say, "Oh, but why the vice president, the president is here and the vice president is not here? Why the president is here and the vice president is not here?" I've heard many times people were complaining when we're having maybe an emergency program, the president shows up and the vice president is not there. You know, so I would say to you is that if people understand their role and their function,
Mm.
it will be difficult for people to be out here debating. You will not find people arguing among themselves. So
So right now,
one of the major issue is that people who occupy the different elected positions in our community, they
mm,
have not really sat down
mm,
to really understand the different positions they occupy and what that means for them and the community.
so
Because if you occupy a
to say?
position,
Mhm,
if you occupy a position like a vice president position,
mm.
now not every debate you're supposed to go to. Not every argument that you see online, for example, you will go to.
Like
If people having issue
mhm,
and they come to your office, oh, Mr. Vice President,
mhm,
we are coming to you because we believe that this issue is a serious issue and we want you to intervene.
mm,
Say for example, Lawrence Yene and Mr. Shelton Duo having issue,
mm,
all right,
mm,
and it becoming a problem,
mhm,
and they cannot resolve that issue.
mm,
Mr. Duo take his phone and calls the vice president. Oh, Mr. Vice President, this is the issue between me and okay, let's say you guys are having conflict, all
mm,
right,
mm,
and this is the issue, or let's say disagreement because the two of you are in the government and
mhm,
you're having your different position. So
mm,
let's say, for example, Mr. Shelton Duo says that Mr. Laurent Yene is stepping his bound. He's not functioning in his capacity. He overlapping you stopping me use a big word. You stopping his function,
mm,
and he reached out to the vice president.
mm,
The vice president, in his capacity as
mm.
vice president, what he does is what take the phone or communicate to Mr. Yene about the issue that have been raised by Mr. Shelton Duo. It's not going on a public chat where people are debating.
You mean the group chat?
The group chat.
Mm.
That's not where I will go as a professional, as an administrator. I will not do that because that's not a place to stop the issue. I will take my phone and call Mr. Yene and say, "Look, Mr. Yene, this is a concern that has been raised by one of your colleagues, and I will need you to have a roundtable conversation." That's how you approach the issue as a leader. You don't go to the community group chat and denigrate Mr. Sheldon Duo and tell him that he doesn't know his function. He does as a vice president. Now I'm talking about me now. I can go to the group chat. I can go to the group chat and start denigrating Mr. Yene and say Mr. Yene not supposed to do this. He violating this section of the constitution. He doing this. He doing that. Whereas I'm the vice president, I have a direct leadership role over that position. What do I do? Call these people to roundtable conversation. Look, I want to see you. We can meet to any coffee shop, or we can meet at one of our homes on our scheduled day. We sit down and have a conversation. My man,
you don't see this happening.
I am not seeing this happening among the different leaders.
The present leadership.
I am not seeing this happening among the present leadership, among the different leaders. One day, the Secretary General will go on a group chat and take portion of the Constitution that he understands and denigrate somebody using that portion of the Constitution. When you go low, the president coming, the former president coming, to it just create that chaos. People need to understand their different positions.
The board members,
including board members, the board member who's supposed to be the direct, people that when people having issue or conflict in the community that they can be quick, that can quickly resolve issue. You see board members coming in a group chat and telling people that they don't know this. In fact, they threaten people's position and say you'll be fired, we'll move from this position, not understanding the nitty-gritty of the issue that's causing the problem. Because as an administrator, one of the issues that you need to always deal with be able to identify the problem.
Okay.
If you cannot identify the problem, how will you resolve the issue?
So
Yeah. Let's hear you.
So let
Alfred,
me just close quickly on that because my brother asking
okay.
on the issue of what I have to say about it. I
Yeah,
think
because we
I
also
think
want to hear you about the Richard Bennington, where you stand.
I think it's important. I think it's important because I think one of the things that I see happening in the community, people don't take that position very seriously. They think that it's a boycott, a social club. It's a social club because we're not taking pay. You are elected as our former vice president, committee, and not paying me. So it's just a layman thing. We're just trying to get ourselves together. So people
You agree, though. You agree to it.
listen to me. The point I'm making is why it is true that we want to organize ourselves, right? Why it is true that we want to do that? But if you are being selected among your people to be a leader, I like one.
Okay, so what have you to say about the whole thing of bringing a community here, the Richard Bennington? Is it okay with you for Richard to go for the third term when it comes
No,
to
I would say no, absolutely no. He's not supposed to go more than the time specified in the Constitution. But like I said again, like I said in my previous statement, no one raised this issue during the election process. No one raised the issue.
Yeah.
Those different positions were put out there. I can remember we made a lot of different announcements because I was a member of the debate committee. We made a lot of different announcements. We even set up guidelines. In fact, you were one of those persons that criticized our guideline. We were very stringent about the different positions. You were one of those persons that criticized the guideline. We have to reduce it. I remember you had a lot of comment to make about the different guidelines that we brought up as a debate committee. So for me personally, I would say to you that this issue that have been identified, it is incumbent on the current leadership to correct it.
In what way? Like how?
In what way? We have to visit the Constitution because some of the issue that we see, especially with Richard Bennett being there for the longest, right? One of the things that we need to do is to have a dialogue around the issue. Do we still want Richard Bennett to continue because he was already elected, or do we want him to relinquish the position so we can have another person? How do we go about to do that? Is having dialogue around the issue because it is a violation of the Constitution. If we want to live by the Constitution, I say that term limit is 2 years, 2 terms. After your 2 terms, you can run again. If that is the case, and we have identified it, and we know that one of our members is in contravention of that particular provision of the Constitution, it's easy to have the board members and the executive coming together to say, look, we have identified a violation of our Constitution. One of our members here is in violation of our Constitution. He has been in a position for so long. What do we do? It's all about consultation. It's all about coming together as leaders to discuss the issue. Richard Bennett is now a demagogue.
So let
me finish. Richard Bennett is not a demagogue, like he's forced to be in that position forever. No. But if he will go on a group chat and start to denigrate and say that he's a violator and try to bring him down and try to tear him down, that is not the way forward. That is not the way forward. So the way forward is to have a consultation. And the president has a responsibility. The current president has a responsibility to ensure that there is a dialogue around the issue. Bring the board member, including the board chairman and the executive. They need to sit down on a round table and have a respectable conversation around the issue with regards to Richard Bennett. They need to hear Richard Bennett's perspective as it relates to this violation. Did he intentionally violate? Did he intentionally went ahead to violate the Constitution?
So why he did not intentionally violate the Constitution? What have you to say?
The question would be now is that Mr. Bennett, we know that you have served your community. This will be a conversation with the executive and the board. I will highly recommend that the board chairman play a lead role in terms of how to resolve the issue. Richard Bennett has been elected for 2 years. In fact, he has overstayed this position, right? This position has been identified by some board member. It has been identified by some executive member. They are having conversation around it in the different chat rooms, and people are, going neck to neck with each other on the issue. The way forward, Mr. Lawrence, Mr. Yele, the way forward is for the board chairman and the executive to come together to see how best they can have Richard removed respectfully, not by going in the chat room and just talk to him anyhow.
What happened if the board and the executive can come together to remove Richard? Like what happening now in the group chat? The so-called board acting chairman, he had already given his side of the story. He said Richard cannot move. People will talk tired. So what happened in that case?
Like I say again, Mr. Bennett, I mean, Mr. Nya Yene, Mr. Yene, like I say again, I want to be pragmatic here, right? Richard Bennett is not a demagogue. The position that he occupies is for the Liberian people. The Liberian people can decide to move him. And the way it happens is by consultation.
Okay, thank you.
Sit down and have a conversation. Before I resign as vice president of the community, I had a conversation with the president. Yeah, I didn't just go out of the blue moon and just publish on the media that I was resigning. No. Yeah. I had a conversation with the president to his house. The reason why I was resigning.
Okay.
And he gave me the go ahead. He said, go ahead, you resign. If you want to resign. If you don't want to run the election again, you can go ahead and resign. That's how you saw me posting on our chat room my resignation letter. All right.
Okay.
So if you go back to my resignation letter, you will see the reason why I resigned. It's there.
Okay. So let's hear you, Comrade Duo. You got something to say about this?
Yeah.
We are very time conscious because we got our other guests who have not spoken yet.
Yeah. Are you guys hearing me, right?
Yes.
Yeah, you clearly.
Yeah. Alfred, even though I'm not a resident of your community, but I having my possession the constitution of the community. I'm talking about Iowa there. Yeah. I got a question. You being one of the leaders, especially serving as a former vice president before, and I do believe that the reason everyone or before running for any position or in any organization, the reason that everybody has the constitution and bylaw is to guide people, and especially somebody who has served for 2 terms now. We actually know that person will be knowledgeable when it comes to the constitution. So my question to you is: do you think that the Richard or the because I didn't know his name.
It's Richard Bennett.
Richard Bennett.
So do you think that he intentionally violated the law, or you think he just did that because of the ignorance of the people, especially serving as 2 terms for the institution?
I think Richard Bennett loves the community. He wants to serve the community. I think that's something that he holds very dear to his heart, because Richard is one of the very strong support when it comes to the community. He wants to make sure that the community is okay, right? Whether or not he did that at the expense of the people, he needs to clarify his side. But what I can say is that this position that we're talking about was put up for grab in the community during the election. So I believe those who were running in the election, because I think Richard Bennett had an opponent in the election.
Yeah.
The opponent did not raise any issue regarding his loan service to the community. So I think during the election, if his opponent would have raised that concern and said, look, I am running against someone who has already served the purpose of the position in for 2 terms as per our constitution. So based on that, he is disqualified to run in this election.
So why if the opponent did not raise it, does that free him?
No, it does not still free him. So what needs to happen now? Since we were not able to capture that, because you use big word, he said he did it at the ignorance of the people. I wouldn't want to say that, right?
Well,
Because
you know what I
sometimes
mean? Not being aware. He did it because the court did not know to track him down.
The thing about it,
I wouldn't want to say that, right? That he did it intentionally. I wouldn't want to say that he did it intentionally, but I believe Richard Benet wants to serve he wants to continue to serve his community, right? Whether it is in the whether it is the financial secretary position, whether it was on different, position that he want to serve in, that is for him to clarify. But what I'm telling you guys is that while it is true that the Liberian people were not able to capture that because we have a constitution that everybody follows, right? Now that it has been identified, the way forward is for the board and the executive to have a dialogue, to have a conference, they can call it conference committee, right? To have a conference where Richard Benet is a member of the executive and all the board members, including the board chairman, to sit and have a conference to be able to resolve this issue because it is a constitutional violation, right?
So why if
that is the way to go.
Why if the board and the executive don't meet? What happens? Benet continues his term, right?
No, they have to meet. The board and the executive, they are not a local head.
They are not a local head, but they support dates like the general secretary.
I have no evidence to prove.
According to the group chat information,
the group chat is not evidence based.
People speak there.
The group chat is not where we run our community. Right? Mr. Jene, I want you to know that the group chat is not where we run the community.
All right. Okay.
So the community has a leadership. The community has a leadership. So if anything happens in the community, it is incumbent upon the leadership to be able to resolve the issue.
All right. Okay.
All right. So for you to sit there and say, why the president do this? Why we're not here for hypothetical thing. No, we are here for real serious business.
I'm saying this because of what I'm hearing from the group chat. Everybody has spoken out. The general secretary has spoken out. He supposed Richard to go for the 13 or Hillary Weagbe, and the so-called board acting chairman who has not presented any letter or whatever. He was made acting board chairman. He had spoken.
Let me ask you a question. Say you in our chat room that you can go there. You see all the gossip are there. Which one of the executive member? Which one of the executive member or the board member that have put pen to paper informing the president?
Correction. The group chat is not a gossip place. It's a group chat for the community. So you don't say it's place of gossip. Yeah, please.
Okay, I'll take it back.
The thing.
So that you have to come duo.
So let me conclude on this. Before you go to brother Duo, you the one ask a question, right? About the turning issue.
Go ahead.
As you go ahead?
Yeah.
You want me to finish with the question you asked about the turning issue? Why we need to be done?
No, I'm very knowledgeable about that. That somebody will go for 2 terms. You asked the question already. I got it. But my understanding is this matter have gone to court, right?
Yes. I have no. As a stakeholder, I have not received any communication as it relates to whether or not the issue is in court. I don't know.
Invite Comrade Eric Koluba.
Okay.
We wanted to hear from Alfred. So, Comrade Eric, are you there? If you are free now,
I'm here, brother. I'm here.
Yeah, is there reason why your camera is not on? You want to?
Yeah, because my work. I'm a little bit disappointed you tonight. I will not take too long here because I think the comrade too long most of my time. But however, I don't blame him. That's how your program was structured. But I'm at work, so there's a couple of issues I'm going to touch on.
Okay. So, Comrade Eric, let's hear you. Why you went to court? Why didn't you settle this community thing among community members, and then you chose to have gone to court?
Okay, so because the matter is a legal matter
Mhm.
and it's in court, I'm not really going to speak to it much
Okay.
because I'm being advised by my legal counsel
Mhm.
not to really go into the matter deeply.
Mm.
But however,
Mm.
I'm just going to clear all the air with a couple of issues because I see a lot of misinformation around the corridor that I want to clear out.
Mm. What are some of the missing information?
So what I want to clear out is
Mm.
I want to be categorically clear tonight and let the message go across
Mm.
that I hold nothing against anybody personally.
Okay, so the comrade joins us in subsequent time, as he said, he's at work, so he will be, yeah,
Yeah, so I really want him
Yeah.
to come
So
back.
yeah. Go ahead, Eric.
just continue. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. So, come on,
Yeah,
Duo.
so I'm really awaiting him to come. He said he taking the matter to court, but I got a couple of questions for him because according to the Constitution, I want to know whether all the legal, process, because going to court, you have to exert certain process from the organization first before you can even go to court. So the question I wanted to ask him, because if at all you people found out that about, I was reading about the removal process,
Mhm.
before going to court, whether
Mhm.
this guy have been given due process, he have been called by the even constituted, organization to ask him what, because by right he's supposed to be investigated for it though before, if he fails to relinquish in power, then you can take him to court. But at this time, I mean, I don't think it's the right way now for you to just jump on and go to court. So if you feel that the man, has violated the Constitution,
Mm.
there should be a committee that will investigate a man. And before then, even according to your Constitution, not two-thirds, but majority, there should be a majority vote that will, in the meeting, that will bring all the issue that yes, indeed, certain person have violated the Constitution and he needs to be investigated. And after investigation, the conclusion from there, then they can make recommendation now to the president for action. So I really want to ask him whether all of those process were exerted before he can get joined and go to court. That's a question I really want to ask him. But I
Yes.
hope he comes back.
Yeah.
Because
Mhm.
actually, according to the Constitution that I just read, especially your Constitution I've been going through today, I read, I see no reason why the Congress had to even go for election when he knows very well he has served for 2 terms.
Well,
That's why I was
So
asking.
go ahead. Go ahead. Mhm. Eric, go ahead.
so yeah, sorry, brother. Like I told you, I'm at work, so I was trying to handle something real quick.
No problem. Anytime your work needs a RASIP, cater to it first. I beg you. I don't want you to compromise it. If it causes you to even go off, no problem. So
Yeah, so like I said, I just want to clear up some of the misinformation
Mhm.
about the court issue.
Mm.
We did not take a criminal matter to court.
Mm.
We did not take anybody to court to go to jail.
But you took community matter to court.
We went to court because we think everybody in this community are all interpreter of this constitution. And everyone is differently interpreting the constitution. And because I personally feel that I'm not a legal person, I do not understand all the interpretation. I want to seek a legal advice in interpretation in this constitution for us. So the reason why we are before the court today is for the court to tell us.
I want to first of all kind of like,
Sheldon, please gain time. Let him get land. Then we'll question him.
I want the court to tell us what is written in that constitution, what's the real explanation. Because everybody explaining anything differently. Everybody got different interpretation. So let it be clear that we did not carry anybody to go to jail. We did not carry anybody for criminal offense. We went because we want interpretation of the Constitution.
All right. So, shut up.
No.
Why? No,
Yeah, you can go ahead.
shut up.
I mean, when you say you went to court because you want for the interpretation for Constitution, I believe that something may have happened that prompted you to go to court. And the entire of you going to court is, I think, the entire saga comes from the issue of the violation of the Constitution. Because before you go to court, the first thing, have you had the opportunity to read your Constitution, especially the one that talk about, removal of executive? That's my first question.
So the Constitution has been read substantially by me. And then let me come here a little bit. Let me tell you some of the disappointment. The Constitution is very ambiguous. There are so many clauses in our Constitution that is ambiguous. And I've been worried about the ambiguity of these clauses. Where do we find answer to them? Then I went somewhere way down the Constitution. It tells you that anything you understand in the Constitution goes to our rules, right?
Yeah.
And the Rawa rule is what governing our Constitution. It is the breath, is what gave breath to our Constitution, according to the crafters. But here is my disappointment wasn't the reason why I had to go to court. When you check the article that talk about removal, there's a huge ambiguity.
What are they?
And many of us are only reading the paper you got in your hand. And when we read our paper, when we don't understand something, our paper tells you, say, go to Rawa Rule and ask Rawa Rule, what do I do if there's no answer for this? And Rawa Rule has given me several answers. Unfortunately, there are people who still telling, oh, the answer is not the answer.
You said, hold on 1 minute. You said there's a many, ambiguity when it comes to your Constitution. I mean, let's get restraight to the issue of the removal here. What is in the removal? What have been your difficult thing that you did not understand within the removal?
Is it ambiguous?
Okay, so let me tell you the difficulty I don't understand the removal.
Okay.
I understand, let me be on there, and I know that I go to court tomorrow, I know the answer I will get, but there are people who don't understand it. Let me make that clear. There are people who don't understand that removal clause. Now, in the removal clause, it says the executive will go first to meeting, in the executive meeting, and take a vote as it relates to removing any individual executive members.
Yeah.
If they fail in the executive meeting, the second step is they need to come to general meeting with that issue and take a vote. Now, here is my point. You will take a vote for something that violates the Constitution. Let me get a hypothetical side here.
Yeah, so before you go to your point, before you have executive met or had they meet on a matter before that there have been nothing answered before,
According to the president, they met and they voted in favor of Rachel.
That Rachel should stay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, so this is where the confusion is.
Were there any meeting carried out? Because
I don't know much about that. I'm not an executive member. I'm just telling you what she told us in general meeting.
Okay.
So here is where the confusion is. This is a constitutional violation. Now, our constitution is not clear in black and white and say when a constitutional violation, the person must be moved by all means. But I only tell you the removal proceeding. Now, when you take vote and a vote go in favor of the man, are you to reinstate him or to let him go? The Constitution, the ambiguity I talk about, they didn't speak to that. But when you go in Rawa Rule, you know what Rawa Rule tells you?
No.
They find that it is a constitutional violation when that individual even is voted for, they vote in favor of him. The president can still veto and remove him because the violation is constitutional. That's what Rawa Rule says. But many of our brothers and many of us here don't know that because they're not black and white in there. This is one of the major reasons why I had to go to court. Because I know today, tomorrow, when you take vote in the community to remove Rachel will win the vote. But if you went to the president not doing research, you're not reading our rules, you'll tell you say they put voting for the man, we're going to Nandia by. No, that's not what the law says. Because his action is a constitutional violation. So I don't want to talk to them much because we hear our head back and forth, we'll go back and forth. Let the law go interpret for us, Mr. Yenny. We didn't go kill to that place. We're not going to, nobody will die there. The law will interpret, will come home. Nobody will go to jail.
For me, I mean, you have a point. You have a very good point. For me, if I were part of your constitution, I could be one of the person that would even take the stand to remove the secretary, because, and not because people did not know that, or the ignorance of the people and got him elected mean that it was done properly. I mean, what is not done legally is not done at all. So this guy has served for two terms now. So I don't know why is it that even the president or the leadership are kind of like taking side, or what special interest they got. I don't know. But
You want me to
again,
respond to that?
it's a community thing. That what Alfred said, we all need to see if we can find
I'm not
out.
getting a summary.
Okay,
Lauren,
so
can you hear me?
I'm hearing you. I'm
Yeah,
hearing
we
you.
can hear you.
I can hear you.
You're not hearing us?
Go and come back. Let him go and come back.
Okay.
So, well, you know, like I said again, the toxicity in our community need to calm down a little bit. And I think that people need to calm down to be able to address the issue. People
Okay,
making simple issue to be toxic. And when you, yes, sir.
I beg you, we'll come back to you. Eric, being one of our guests, he had already informed us that anytime he can be off here to go to work. So I want us to hear more from him. Then when we still get a time to be lucky for him to still be with us, then we'll come. But before we go back to Eric, because there are so many issues I want to get from Eric. Before we go back to Eric, we've been joined by one of our stakeholders. He will introduce himself, and we'll come back to him after we have come from Eric. Zubaye Koli, please introduce yourself, Chief.
You are muted. You are muted.
Yeah, sorry for that. My name is Baye, and I'm the common man that live in the community. So I do the least job. But Alfred, long time, man, I'll see you.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, man.
Come on, man. You wear your jacket.
Man, I just want to make something that Alfred made statement on that I really look at it to be like, that's how I feel, the way he feel.
Okay,
Like
so
the way I think even over, yeah, what
I beg you, we'll come back to you. We
but
just
I don't want for Irrecover to say you're going to work because I want to hear this. Because the man, yeah, because if I want to say, after I want to tell the man fool will start to get problem. No. So let him, okay, do what you want to do.
So
No, but hold on small quickly, Lauren, let me make that coverage. You know, there's young brother in studio. See, that's something that made me, I sat down for a long, I laughed, and I say, yeah, there are people following the group chat, and there are people who follow the issue religiously. He struck a point, and if those points are not here by the current leaderships, the community issue will not go nowhere. Look, there's nowhere in the world you can be a father for 10 children. As soon as two persons making confusion, you will be the first person to go and tell who is right or who is wrong without complaining to you. What do I mean? Look, you know, the big brother said something.
Excuse me. Let me ask Irrecover my question then he
Wait.
Mama, I beg you,
Kolba is responding to what I said. Wait, he responded to what I said, so let him respond.
Zubayi, we'll come back to you, trust me.
There's nowhere in the world you can be a leader who governs so many people with different ideas, come from diverse background, with different orientation. Their school of thoughts are different. And somebody would just go in a group chat, for example, and say, I got problem also Mr. Kunowa because yesterday he didn't dress properly. The time he who's supposed to judge Aki is the first man of very own communication. I have problem get what I mean, Mokero Nasa, now here for politics. Who am I carrying my complaint to now when the time he already telling me his thing, a position is new. Where do I go?
What that means?
So like the brother said, we elected people, sorry to say for some of the words I will use here, we elected too many novices to positions they have no knowledge of and they're not willing to learn.
What that
People are in position that they cannot even explain to you what it means to have the position. But for some reason, I don't know how they won election in the community today. Because I can give you more example, like the big brother said, the board chairman should be the last person to ever speak because your voice is very powerful. You are the last decision maker. Pogolo yawo Gusha, the board chairman can be there telling both say yawo talk here get tired. Man, you know, we will make the decision we'll fight you. And I kind of group of people you want me to take it easy way, let the law go devour man.
Okay, so Eric, you raise issue with the president as it relates to the rules that she set. You said you will not pay your due to the financial secretary because he's not supposed to be there. So do you care to talk more about that?
Oh yeah. And the president sent me her cash. I paid my entire year due to her this morning. I told her the brother is illegal. The brother cannot illegal and control my money. And you know, it's unfortunate for us to find ourselves here, Lauren. For Rachel to be holding on to their position and cannot peacefully, wastefully resign it speaks volume to me, and this is one of the reasons why I went to court because it tells me that there is a motive behind the brother decision. And you know, Alfred said something here as to whether the brother was in the know of his action. I said, let me say this to you here, Alfred, with my whole life and my family. The first thing is, I don't have monopoly over knowledge. I did not even know about the constitution thing. Let me tell you now. The very people who were in the know, the former board chairman and some member of the election committee, they call me. And that is because they started having problem with Richard. I will not call them here. At the appropriate time, the names will be called. They called me, they told me, Mama, you reading the constitution? I said, no. They said, go to Abigo there, Abigo down. How long Richard been here? I said, but me, I just moving the committee. I'm been here a long time, I've been here 2 years. They said, but Richard, tell them go right now. But go to the Abigo and Abigo go and read it. Member of the election commission, did I tell you, say community member? The people who ran on into the election.
Okay.
So if I can say that down there, he might be in the door somewhere.
So Lauren, you see what I was talking about?
Let's hear
Let
from
me check, let me learn. Let me check, let me reveal something to you. Let me give you some breaking news that you don't know. Now, Rachel was also in the know. Rachel willfully, that's the reason why I say I want to go because I got an evidence or a recording of Rachel having this conversation with the board, with the past board chairman.
Mr. Patrick K. Toba.
Patrick Toba is one of the one who aided and baited Rachel into this crime. I was dragged down there by the appropriate time. He aided and abetted this crime.
And you got proof to that?
I got evidence to that.
Okay.
But why you think
Patrick said this community for failure. That's why you see he lay back today and everything and laughing at because his mission is accomplished.
Why you think somebody has to tell somebody to contest knowing very well that a person, was not
why you think he did that?
Right? Why you think? Is that because nobody is willing to step in the shoe or what?
No, the brother had a container that was the container that is one of the sound. He may not be the only, but he's one of the sound young men in this community. But here's the issue. You know, Patrick had issue with Corinos. That was why he struggled in the Corino government over the year. So that hit, he trickled down a hit to everyone that were associated with Corino.
Okay, so we'll come to that. Let's hear from Subaye. Subaye has just joined us. So Subaye, make your point, whether you got opinion, you got question. Let's hear everything from you now.
Hold on.
Oh, first of all, Ire, you see there?
The
And
man
man hearing you, he hearing you.
following you live.
I want to see that man face. You know, after this community was in chaos, 2014, 2013, 2014, the community was almost, we had a rebel leader, like, went on the field, were there, the king, they told us, oh, we got another leader now, if they may now your leader, like your president there. That's the same scenario, Ire Kolba and
What do you
Corina
mean when you say the
are
community
coming.
have,
Let me, hold on.
leader? Who was
Hold
that
on,
rebel leader?
hold on, are coming. That is the scenario Corina and Ire Kolba bringing. If you found an error in the constitutions, who do you lay your complaint to? They say the group, does Ire take that group chat very serious? Is that group chat a serious error to lay complaint?
Oh, but even wrote officially to the president and the board.
Who does he read the complaint to?
To the president and the board, he officially
Okay.
wrote.
What the response they gave him, or what the response they gave, because if you read that thing, you got to wait for an investigation.
But now, there's something
Hold
So who's so constitute your investigation?
Hold on,
It's not the president, right?
information what you were saying that the board
you are hearing
right now.
the acting board chairman is in the group chat saying.
I'm not listening. That group chat, don't take that group chat serious. That's gonna come over there. The Sue Ire Sue Day. You think nothing a serious letter? You Laurie?
Okay. Anyway,
you talk nothing serious? If I ask you, Laurie, I will post it on your Facebook page. If I ask you the community, that's something I can post it on a group page. I want a bigger matter.
So Zimbabwe, let me educate you some more.
Leadership to be joke. So when they are elected and when they want to go into power, they feel they're going into make form. Even you want to be a leader, if you follow the road Corina is leading you to, it will be hard for you to lead a community. I'm saying my mind as a brother to you. You are a Loma man, I'm a Loma man.
My man, you outside both here. Let me provide you
anything on
education.
that group chat, your ticket, you do anything you want to do. But what you said
You
today,
won't listen now, brother. You ask questions, my man. Control your show now, Laura. If you don't play down, they make her back to go back.
Gain little time,
don't take that what he statement she put on that group page. If it's not addressing to you, if you want addressing the what I like to go to the meeting. You will see the error, everybody will be there. You raise your point over there, it's legit.
So in other words, what have you to say to Ire?
What I got to tell Ire is Ire and Corina have to take, if they want to come back to power, they have to be serious. They should not be joking with the community activities. They are not serious.
They are standing by the Constitution for the Constitution to be.
I'm not arguing about the Constitution. If somebody violates the Constitution, there's a way to handle it. The way they are handling it is all that you cannot handle it like that and get solution. Believe me.
Which way you want?
Listen to me. They're not the people that read the Constitution you carrying to them to go interpret it. They're not the one. The first thing they will tell you, say you got an organization. Yes. Who wrote this? The first question they will tell you. So if you really want any solution to that, we got a leadership, we got errors. If you write a letter to, if Alpha Conway Romy, I read you our leader, you Lauren, I read you. You didn't give me what I want. I will take it to the next level. If somebody is your advisor, I first said with your advisor, I think let it to Lauren Yene. This is what Alpha did to me. And I went to Lauren Yene, I give it to him. It's been like 2 weeks now, I have not got funding for him. Can you help me? So we can get solution. That's why Afro are coming from the dialogue.
So what will you do if you apply all the process not working?
To your, people will know who you people are.
So what will you do if you apply all the efforts to no avail?
I will apply the Alpha without no avail.
That's so you apply it and it fails.
Oh, we're reading the Constitution. We want
Why?
to go in that meeting. I just talked to the president on the matter. I talked to the president today, and she told me, oh, that's what we'll go to the meeting. That's the next step we're going to take, to go to the meeting and have a general vote about this. Because according to her, she and the board have come to a conclusion that they're going to have a meeting. In the committee, it got to be, they will report to us in the general meeting, will tell unanimous vote over there to stand by the Constitution.
Okay.
But by you posting something like it is very, by the way, that letter, I've been looking for your letter. If I see that letter, if I see the address of the court, I will take your letter to the court and carry there and ask them, like, if what you got, the people sue our community here. I came to represent. So I'm looking for the address. All the letter you post in your address. If I see address, it will be a crown on you people. I will take it to the court. You trust me for that. I will take it there.
Okay, thank you.
So
Let's hear you.
So let me educate you by some more. Because by just talking, blah, 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 you need to be educated. So by I know legal matter more than you. The communication you see in
Why
our
you
group chat,
say so? Should I know the law too?
give me a chance. The communication you see in our group chat, let me help you.
I'm
You know
not
when you
hearing
take,
Ire.
You're not hearing Ire?
No. I'm
You want to
hearing you.
go? You want to go off and come back?
We're hearing him.
the communication you see in the group chat, it's never coming from the court. It will never be a court document. I'm not a novice. When you take a lawsuit for a group of people, the lawsuit we're not here talking for only ourselves, we're talking for the entire community.
Yeah.
Okay, so Ire, you want to start over, please? You are not going far off. Because
I said to you, Zubaya, let me educate you. The communication you saw down there, when it never came from the court. And no court communication
because it
can
might
ever go to the
sound
group chat.
Eric, it might sound
Because
offensive when you say I want to educate you. Let me educate. It might sound offensive. Do
Yeah,
you
yep.
okay, let me provide you
Lauren,
the basic ideas.
Yeah.
that one made me the common man. The least man. Let the man educate me.
No, we don't do that here.
I
Yeah,
will not take a code document and post a code document in a group chat. I took a lawsuit on behalf of the group. If you look on top of that communication, you know what it says there? It says notice. It says notice of action to community members. So I'm notifying the community member about my current action. So that tomorrow when you somebody walking in the street or somebody in Walmart, they say, that Black Association in court, you say, oh yeah, well, I saw you in the group chat. They may not post that they're going to court. That's why you're supposed to do that, what the law says. That's what my legal counsel told me. Go to your group chat, notify the member of the group about your action. Because your action will only not benefit you, it will benefit the entire group. Therefore, the machine to know.
So
wait for me now. Man, don't come hijack people here. Wait. So the communication you saw is a communication on notice that written by me.
I will go around.
It's a communication on notice written by me, notifying you, Zubaye, to let you know that your community is in court.
Question.
Okay. We'll come back to your questions, right? Alfred, do you have questions? Let's hear you before we come to the panelists or setup.
Well, I just have a few issues to raise. You know, behind the scene, you and I had a conversation. And because of the different rumors that have been permeating in our corridor, that the former vice president is afraid to appear on the most talk about Lawrence in his show. So behind the scene, you and I had a conversation.
Yeah.
That the vice president was going to be exclusively interviewed. And I mean, in fact, the former vice president was going to be exclusively appearing on the show, and he was going to be coerced by some of the concerns that have been in the corridor while the vice president remained quiet, while the vice president resigned at the 11th hour of an election. We want to know some of the achievement under his leadership, what he did. And I agreed to come here specifically to be able to address those different issues. Unfortunately, I'm here and we are having, dialogue with different things. I'm just a little bit disappointed with that. Having
Yeah.
said that, what I would say in my closing, if that is if this is where I need to stop tonight, what I would say in my closing is that people in leadership in our community need to recognize the position they occupy. Number one. Number two, they need to know how to carry out the different responsibilities and duties that are being given to them. Number three, leaders in our community need to refrain from going in the general chat room and denigrating each other. They need to refrain from doing that. If a leader has a concern, it's important to. There are different channels that you can use to seek redress of an issue or concern that you have. But going in a general chat room and denigrating each other, I don't think, in my view, that brings sanity to our community. What it does is that it scares people. What it does is that it creates a lot of different imagination about people. What it does that it takes away the trust that the Liberian people in the community have given us as leaders. And if we want to do something as a group, the people will not trust us because we don't respect each other. So number three, I will say again, the leaders in the community, no matter what position you occupy, whether you are a board member, you need to refrain from going in the chat room, the general chat room of the community, and talking about people how they don't fit to be in the position they are in. They need to resign, and somebody there threatening people to say, "We'll make sure you leave you leave the position." All those things are not called for. If you have a concern that needs to be addressed, there are the proper channels are there. Go through the channels and make sure that your issues are resolved using those different procedural channels. But the general chat room is that place for people to go and be making confusion and creating, disrespect for each other. That's why I would say on that issue with regards to the chat room. Finally, I want to say thank you for giving me the opportunity to appear on your show tonight.
Boring. We have question for you. I want to know, why did you resign?
I think you came late.
You said it previously.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you came late.
We want to hear from you.
Resigning from your post was a better option? You think so?
Well, as a public administrator and saving my own integrity, I think the best thing to do when you are in a position where you are not given an opportunity to serve properly, or the environment is not conducive enough for you to function well, the best thing you can do is to resign. And I thought in my mind at the time, the best thing that I needed to do was to resign.
So when you say you were not given an opportunity to function properly, so I mean, you were elected, right?
Yes.
And then you were not given an opportunity by whom? By the member or by the leadership? I mean, how you were not given an opportunity to function?
Number one, like I said, you weren't here. I don't want to repeat myself. However, for your curiosity, I will try my best to give you first a answer as it relates to what I previously said.
Okay.
This question was asked by one of your panelists, who happens to be Mr. Yene, and I told him that there were a lot of opportunities that we squandered as a group, and I felt like it was the right time to resign because I don't think we're going to go anywhere. And he asked the question, what are some of the opportunities that were squandered? And I made mention of, for example, we promised the people about financial literacy, and the time we had to be able to do that. And I told him the numbers, we just went 35% of that. We were not able to capture everybody into that the vision that we had, in terms of the information dissemination when it comes to financial literacy. I explained that to him. I also told him that we had challenges where, the president was not forthcoming when it comes to the issue of for example, we talk about the biggest project that we had on our leadership that we wanted to accomplish when it comes to the issue of the community center. We were not able to achieve that, and and as a result of that, I got frustrated, and I think that was the right thing to do, to resign rather than
I mean,
lying to our people to say,
I
oh yeah,
mean,
we'll do it, and I know very well we're not going anywhere. So the best thing to do was to resign.
okay, thank you, Alfred. I mean, I came late, and you said that before, but before I think Lauren is the one who really controlling. He's a host. I just have to expound it. But
But president,
yeah, so I mean, I may be ignorant to this because like I told you, I'm not a resident of your community, but anything that has to do with Liberia, it has to do with all of us. So is it a government you were vice president for or
No,
previous?
no.
the
But
previous government.
Oh, okay.
your colonial government.
Oh, I see. Thank you.
So, Konowa, looking at the financial secretary Richard Benin's action and thing, what could you say in your layman thing as former leader of the community and also a stakeholder? Do you have any advice to give in that direction?
Yes, I think as a professional,
Hmm.
we can say in our labyrinth balance that B player don't suffer for Jesse. Once you are a B player, the record will speak for itself. And with regards to Richard Bennett,
Mm-hmm.
especially as per our constitution, Richard Bennett has served his time. There's no question about that. He has served his time. Now that we are identified in our constitution that he violated, the constitution by running for the third term,
Mm.
I think the best thing to do is to have a conversation around that. The current leadership has a responsibility to ensure that this issue is resolved. And if that means Richard resigning the position and the position become open for re-election, if that will be the conversation, let us have that conversation. That's where I stand. You know, if the president needs our help in terms of having this collaborative conversation around this violation that everybody's talking about, everybody identify, I think it's about time that the leadership take responsibility. Not only the president and the executive, but the board chairman and members of the board. They need to seize this matter. They need to take seize of this matter. In fact, this is their role as board chairman and member of the board. This is their role to seize this matter, to take seize of this matter, to ensure that it is resolved amicably and peaceably, where no one feel hurt in the process. All right. If you ask me whether Richard did it intentionally, it could be true. It could not be. It cannot be true also. Because if this man, went into an election and nobody raised his candidacy, so to speak, right, brother Duo? Nobody raised concern about his candidacy, and he went into an election, and there was a voting process when he won the election. All right, I would not say he shouldn't serve because he had a free and fair process. However, if this issue has to do with constitutional violation, it is incumbent on the current leadership to ensure that it's resolved. Richard Bennett is now a demagogue. Richard Bennett can resign, but if it is done properly, he can resign the same day. Okay.
So how? Let me come here because I've been following you people. So now Lauren will bring other people here. I can remember. I don't know the secretary of the president resigned before.
No, he was the vice president.
President.
That the vice president is not right here. The current vice president resigned.
No,
The
I
current
thought-
vice president resigned right after he was inaugurated.
Alfred,
Yeah.
not you.
it was not you, it was deputy vice president.
That's
I
what I'm
thought
talking
it was-
about.
The secretary
The current vice president resigned right after he was inaugurated.
for Deconti, right?
Yeah, for the current government.
Okay, so you as a state president, you are a state person now. For the fact that you were former vice president for our community,
He too was vice president too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
The government that was succeeded by this current government, and he resigned too later.
The thing are going on. So how can you grade the current president or the current leadership now in terms of her leadership ability?
Well, I think to begin with, the government started with chaos.
After
Because
grade then 0 to 10.
to begin with, the government started with chaos.
What that
Because
mean?
it is very surprising
Mm.
that you will have an election, you will have an inauguration. Right after the inauguration, the next day, the vice president resigned. It tells you there were classes beginning already.
Okay.
And because of that, it has led to, in fact, it killed the momentum. It killed the momentum of the current leadership. The vice president resigning abruptly without any cause whatsoever. All right. He may have his own reason, but as per our community, he raised his hand and said he wanted to be vice president. We gave him an opportunity. We went to the ballot box. We voted him. There was no issue raised. Right after the day, he sent us a letter that he was resigning based on family issue. I cannot investigate what that means when it comes to family issue. But when it comes to the leadership of our community, the fact that the current vice president resigned in no time, it tells me that the government was starting on a footing of crisis. And
Okay,
that's
so
why we continue to see the government has not been given an opportunity to serve the community because of these different crises that continue to evolve. And if we want to grade them, I will not grade them on anything because they are not being given opportunity to serve properly because there's a lot of chaos. As I learned, the vice president position was just being occupied through a community meeting that had somebody raised their hand, they said they will be all they raised their hand, they want to take that position, and how they were elected to the community meeting,
Okay, so
which is the right thing to do.
So they're doing
Okay.
well. They're doing well with all the circumstances, according to you.
Well, I would say that we need to give them time because the people I think they were just being inaugurated in August, right? August, September, October, November, December. That's just 4 months they have gone so far. So to grade them in 4 months, I think it will be unfair. Let's give them 6 months, 8 months, and let's see what they do. Then we can begin to grade them based on their output. But to just grade them in 4 months, when they still dealing with crisis to put their feet down, I think it will be unfair.
All right.
Thank you. Jubaye, let's hear you. You got anything to say?
For me, what I got to say about how to call it, the Constitution is about my man. That thing is just need a dialogue, as Konoa would say. That's the rightful procedure. But everybody moving with their own sentiment. Because I say it today, it must happen today. Because I say it today, it must happen today. It don't work like that. And besides that, you cannot grade the government because Lauren Yene, you guys are the one that brought the government. So the government started with fighting. So in order to really see the good side of this government, I think we need to give this leader the chance to do their work. But if we start fighting these people from the beginning. They were in inauguration, reporting. It happened to Afra the last time they tell them to go bring. He brought report. They said, no, go bring the report. The report not correct. And I was one of those that told them, say, why we cannot just hold their report? The government just started and go ahead and hold them accountable for the next time. This is the beginning. Everybody will err. So if the government don't get a chance, 2 years is already like they're gone almost 7 months, 6 months.
Is that on 4 months? 4 months.
They will not accomplish nothing if we don't get a chance. And they will have a defense to say that we wanted to do this, but they will not. They never get all their chance. We wanted to do this, but let's get the people a chance. Let it flow so we can enjoy it. Like what I called the board here yesterday in Liberia. If the board and executive cannot work together, we the community member will never enjoy nothing in the community. Because yesterday they say they block the account. The board will take the president from the account. Why are you fighting each other? So what we will do now, we the member, we will not get nothing out of the leaders. That's all I gotta say. If we don't get a chance, we'll not get nothing out of them.
So Corey, I got a question for you, right?
Yeah.
I think you supported the government and
I don't
sometimes
support none of them.
No, he was a member of the election committee. So
I was the election chairman.
I call him name or qualify Richard Bini.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
was chairman.
Okay, but you in the
Oh, the
chat room
chairman.
though, because what I want to say, Richard, not Richard, but Eric, make a allegation here that even all those things that are going on about the financial secretary, they are rating the president. Have you seen or have you heard anything that maybe the other people rating the president before and she doesn't want to pay attention? Have you heard anything like that before, or are you seeing any communication?
When they take him out, I saw a letter in the group chat. And when I saw the letter, the first person I called, I said, this is not a complete area. No leader in the group chat. This letter should be addressed to someone. Not in the group chat that you post here, you want someone to address it. I said, have you people addressed the letter to the board, to the president, or to stakeholder? They tell me, oh, the senior now, we're taking for we're getting a haircut. I said, okay, that's the procedure to follow. But if you just play here, this is not a complete area here. Anybody can talk. They got a lot of children on the group chat. That's why I don't talk there. When necessary, I just listen to them. If not necessary, I don't listen to them.
So, Zubai, have you found out whether he have reached the president or the board?
That's what I meant saying. The team, the group chat, not to the president.
No,
No, but I think you have been a good
Hold on. He asked a good question. Lawrence,
yeah.
you are close friend to the president. I talked to the president this morning.
Mhm.
Ask the president, he will call back and get you hard copy of this. She will tell you yes. What have you done with it? Ask them what he did with the letter to get off.
Yeah.
The letter has reached the president since. When the letter reached the president, according to her, what she said in a general meeting, she took this letter to the board and informed. In fact, she had general meeting. She said a been meeting, but nothing had been holding. In fact, the acting board chairman had been provocative about this whole situation. For that reason, she even went in a group chat to look for calm because it was chaotic in the group chat among the Liberian people.
Okay,
So-
Lauren, let me hold you there. Lauren, 1 minute.
And show.
Lauren, question.
Zubair, please let me learn. When you were talking, I did not talk. Please.
Okay.
So she went in a group chat and promised the Liberian people that they should be patient from now to the middle part of January 2026. From that time to the middle part of January 2026, she will answer the plaques. Then days gone of general meeting, she brought a letter in the meeting. She asked somebody to read it. She was looking for people around to read it to the membership, to the community. And it was read to the community. She even took a decision to remove Rachel. And this decision later backfired. That some community members came in and said, although you got it right from the Robert rule to do it, but saying the Constitution says we should vote, give it to us to vote about it before the blame comes on you. So she consented in the meeting this go time for the community members to vote. But then later she canceled the vote. She said,
Why?
no, when we run any decision here,
Why are you going home?
we'll go back, we'll still come back to the voting process, and it will be a special meeting called for it that day. That how far we go. But Zubair was not in the meeting, probably that's why he's saying this. Go ahead, Zubair, you wanted to say something.
I mean, so in the process now, somebody had jumped to corner.
But Eric explained here. He said, he continued to say this. He says that they're going to court. He's looking at the whole process. Rachel Gbini is good. Being I don't know, person who can manipulate system. The fact that he can come to this. In fact, we got information that Rachel is the one who even paid for the debate hall the time. So who knows? What if he goes and buy people to vote in his favor in the community, and then the Constitution be violated? So he's assuming, what if it goes that way? The rubber rule is clear, but he said it that in the community, even in the group chat, sometimes he's saying two things. Somebody will just come there, start debunking it without bringing they ain't care to know whether they are wrong. They will bitterly agree, let's say, default and argue with you. So he's saying he doesn't want to be going here and there. People don't get convinced. They're not listening. The arbiter of law is the court. And whatever organization you operate with in the country, that's your organic law. It must not contravene with the national law of the state. Now what? When you go, you make a financial club. When something happens there, you can go to court. That the court will interpret everything, every law that the court will enforce your law. So going to court, people go there for interpretation. What if it goes that way? What if majority reject when you go and play his card, and then this constitution be violated? What happens? Let the court speak. That's the point Eric stands.
But court going to, I believe that they're going to send them back because they are not exempted all what they should have done before it can even go to court.
And now, the whole thing here, let me get this clear, gentlemen. This is not issue for us to be arguing about if you got law for your organization and your community. What is the position is clear. There are 6 positions in the executive. The Constitution says none of those positions, none of the occupants of those positions is allowed to succeed him or herself more than once. The thing is clearly. The Constitution says you may succeed yourself. Sure, in case you succeed yourself, it should not be more than once.
More than 2 times, yeah.
More than once. You know, when you go 1 time, then it not become 2 now.
Yeah.
It should not be more than once. But Rachel is going more than once now. Rachel, the position here, leave it. You can even contest for vice president position. You can contest for presidency and other things. For the right of the Constitution. What this can be done? Today, in a group chat, you saw Rachel coming with information. The number of the percentage of due pay, the this, that coming on. People got to pay their due. Now, right now, Rachel coming also. Rachel from Michael G. Town. Up to now, Rachel never made any financial report. The community always cry with this guy. But he loved this position. What is the essence? Why he cannot leave this thing? And the frustrating part of there, you see people even compromise in it. Is there something to compromise? When they sing Constitution, yesterday, when the president appointed Mistress Motima Kroma as cheerleader for the community, people were so vocal about this. The president went and withdrew the appointment. Yesterday, when the president appointed Mr. Lami Kroma to the finance committee, people were so vocal on this. The president went and withdrew the appointment. Yesterday, the president had a bank card for safety. People were vocal on this. The president had given the bank card out. So, why should we be biased? This is so frustrating, Shelton. Look at what the guys did. The Constitution gives the board the right to go and restrict the bank. That's why the bank, for huge withdrawal, the bank always call on the board. That's why the bank will only recognize the executive when the outgoing or the board chairman or take them to the bank or write to the bank, because there are other non-governmental organizations of such around here that how the people can operate. So the board has the power, the right, constitutionally, to restrict the account, to say no withdrawal. But per constitution, the president must be a signatory to the account. The financial secretary must be signatory to the account. The treasurer. And the list goes on. The guys have violated the Constitution by going on their own, by themselves, taking the president's name from on the account, removing your name from the account. That alone is a violation. How do you want for the organization to operate? So you on your own now, right? The person who got the executive power within the organization have been denied access to the finance of the organization. How is the bank managed now? Who knows what's going on there? Yeah? Geffler Smith and his guys have gone criminally. So that's criminal. It's I stand by my word. It's criminal because anything that contravenes with the Constitution, especially in that light, Geffler Smith and his guys have gone criminally to have removed the president from the community account. Is that constitutional? No. You got all rights to go to the bank and say the president should not withdraw. You got all rights to go to the bank and say there should be no financial transaction on this account. But the guys are going to have removed the president from the account. What kind of intention they got? The constitutional issue on here. They are passing on provoking this issue. Do we expect betterment to come out? What things should be like this? All right, you can come on. I just wanted to raise a few points.
Well, I want to say thank you again for giving me the opportunity to appear on your show. I think I did my best to address some of the issues that you wanted to know. And again, I will try my best to always avail myself when the time permits. On the show moving forward, we are now in 2026. I can promise you there will be no more rumor in the corridor that the former vice president is refusing to appear on the Gomer Yene show.
Thank you.
Hopefully, if you want me to come, as a stakeholder to talk about some of the, when you want to know some of my thoughts with regards to issues in our community, I am more than willing to, always come here to talk about the issue. As a leader, and I believe that the way forward in the community is not going in the general chat room and having argument and more ourselves. We can have a meeting. We can have a meeting, and as an executive, we can trash all our differences in our meeting, where our librarian people don't have to know what's going on between us. Professionally, that's how it's supposed to be. If I had issue with you, many times Mr. Yene, I would take phone and call one. Somebody say something to somebody tell me something that you say about me. I always reach out to you first to confirm what the person say.
You better do it.
And 9 out of 10 times you always confirm. You say, yeah, I said it. And we have a conversation around it. I can remember one time there was a debate around the Constitution with regards to, I think, something that you accuse me of that the vice president is not doing, and you know that there's a rule, and then I have to call you. I said, my man, you raised concern. Somebody told me you raised concern about certain things in the Constitution. I want us to have a conversation around it, and I don't think I'm in error. And I can remember we had almost 1 hour 45-minute conversation going back and forth. But at the end of the day, we were able to reconcile our differences and we move forward. So I think as leaders of the community, whether you're in the leadership or not, you have a responsibility to support the leadership for us to move forward.
Mr. Konowa, I don't want you to conclude yet. I got a certain point I wanted you to actually throw light there.
Okay.
Whether you want to talk there, but I want to hear from you.
Okay, go ahead.
You perform excellently, Michael G. Michael G. gave you the power to organize the installation program to do everything. You did it. You went with a report in a general meeting. Like when people critique you, they even send you by for the first time. They say, go and compile it together. And you patiently went. You did everything you came with it successfully. Unlike your work, Saint Anna was given tax that he was boasting of all around here. He collected the Liberian people money. He conducted program. Since the installation up to now, going to 4 months now, Saint Anna has refused to make report to the Liberian people. Say now, Kim the other time he said you want come on the show here to make a report. You know, they get a parable. Man say you can be the liar and take out the roof of his house so that people can really know that he's a liar. We now wanted to say no, we now wanted to refuse. We said yes, we agree. But CNN does not. On so many occasions, CNN have refused to get this report in the general meeting, the community general meeting, that is going down. It formed part of the agenda. Samuel Mamboro and I have refused. How many tickets he printed for the Nigerian people? How many were poor? What he did with the money? Prior to the installation program, when he was organizing this program, people said he was doing too much because he briefed the community. He talked about the convention center. People debunked that idea. They said, no, it will be too expensive. There are so many churches around here that we can go there free. See, and I said, there are 400 people coming. And people said, we got information that running the convention hall, it called it 9,000 or whatever. You cannot pay even more than 5,000 for a place. When you get a Transfer Bible Church right here, that we can get it free. That my Nima community, we even conducted our program there free the few days. That hall is very spacious. That the basement alone said we could not take up. That hall has the propensity or the capacity of taking up to 500 people. In my belief, or saying, and I said no, you want to go to convention center. Conducted a program, he can't come around. What have you to say about it? Let me not hold you too long. Can you say anything about it? Because you've been in program planning, you know the whole thing.
I think in my case, when I serve as installation chairman, I believe one of the hurdles that led to me be sent back on the report that I made. Not that the report was not legitimate, but it happened in a time where the community meeting was just we had a inauguration like today Sunday, and the following Sunday we have to make report because the community meeting had already elapsed along the way. So that was the final community meeting that we're supposed to have before going into the next month. So when it happened that way, because we're getting because I had committee set up and people were bringing their report haphazardly. And in the report, we told the people say we were going to make a final report in the previous meeting. We're giving a preliminary report to know where we are, what we did, and what have you. Because people were still bringing report, they rejected the preliminary report. They said they wanted a final report. And I think you were in a meeting. You were one of the person that raised the concern that it was important that you raised a concern that it was important for us to receive the first information, and then while we are working on that, we already have an idea of what the report will look like when we go for the final, final presentation. But people said no. When it comes to money, many people can have what are different imaginations.
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, we have to withdraw all the preliminary report that we did. We have to go back and we have to sit down and put all the report together and present it back. Thanks to Cornelius Davis, who was very instrumental in helping me to put that report together. We were able to do it. We presented it back to the community. Now, with the issue of St. Anna, I think the book can say the breeding lies with what they accuse of, right? So I think St. Anna is to St. Anna to be able to come and make the report. He has a duty to make that report. He needs to tell the librarian people what happened, how much money was raised, how much money was spent, how much money left. It is on him to make that report because he was the chairman.
Yes.
Okay, he was the chairman. So whether or not he did a report behind the scene and there have been confusion on that, it is not in my place to say whether there was money stolen, whether or not there was money stolen. It is not in my place to say. What I can say is that it's important that we encourage him to come and do the report to the librarian people. We need to know how much money was spent and how much money was received, because as you may be aware, the community is in dire need of money. one of the major vision of this community, any leadership that come, is that we want to have our own community center. That will give the community in Waterloo and Cedar for a very strong position to be able to be identified with the city leadership, the two city leadership. If we can't do that, we'll always be going in circle. Because I think if we have our own community center, people will begin to understand that the position they occupy is a very powerful position, and they need to start to work in that line. Like I said in my opinion here, people in position in the community, they just take the position to be like a social club because they are not paid, they are not being paid for the position. So they take it as social club. So people are not really taking it very seriously. But I want to use a medium right now to encourage all Liberians, especially those that are in leadership position in the community. Take your position very seriously. You were called to that position for a specific purpose. Understand your role and function in your role. The group chat is not placed for leaders to go and argue. The group chat was purposely created for information only. That's why the group chat was created for. It is not a place where I go there to start cursing Laurent Yene and saying, you know how to present in Jack and sit and you can't speak good English. No. The group chat is not meant for that. The purpose is for what? Community communication. If something happens in the community, what the leaders in the community decide to do, they post it in the group chat. So this is what we intend to do because of XYZ. As a community member, that is the place we created for you to go and find your information, because the leaders cannot be to everybody door every day to disseminate information. So the group chat needs to be guarded.
Wow.
It needs to be restricted. It is not a place where we go and be arguing among ourselves. No, it was never meant for that purpose. So I want to use this meeting to call on the leadership of the community, everybody that are in leadership position, to refrain from going into the group chat and start arguing and start denigrating each other. They should refrain from doing that. The group chat is meant purposefully for information dissemination. Finish.
Okay.
That's why it's meant for.
Okay.
So I want to call on the president and the secretary general, those that are administrative for the group chat, to ensure that the group chat is restricted, to ensure that people are not using it, because it should not be a platform where people go to be insulting each other and denigrating each other. It breaks my heart when I see that as a leader. That's why you see in our group chat, I don't just go there to say what I have to say. Even if I disagree, I prefer taking my phone to call the individual and say, look, the thing you said in the group chat is not right. Don't do this. That's what I do. If people that in the community that know what I can do, when I see something in the group chat that are not right, I take phone and call. You read on the platform, you one of the person, you are living testimony to that. I take my phone and call you. I say, look, that thing you put is not correct for our community. Go and take it down. That's how we're supposed to do as a leader. As leaders in the community, we should not be fighting among ourselves. Because when we do that, we will not move our community forward. The vision will die before we know it. Finally, I want to say thank you again for giving me the opportunity to come on your show to discuss some of the issues in the community. Like I say again, the Liberian community is a vibrant community. We who are leaders, if we put our heads on our shoulders, the people will follow us. What we want to do, they will follow us to achieve it. But if we are fighting among ourselves, the people will not follow us. They will just be watching us. At the end of the day, when our time finish, they bring group of new people because they have the power to do that. Yeah. So if you want to achieve in a community as a leader, you have a responsibility to yourself, your family, and your community. So whatever decision you take, whatever word that comes from your mouth, it should have power. It should have power. It should have force, because we are all role model. People looking at us. The young generation that are growing in this community, they are looking at us as leaders. And if we cannot exemplify leadership among ourselves, the community will not go anywhere. The community will not go anywhere. So I want to say, I salute you again for giving me the opportunity to be here. And I will make myself available anytime, when issue like this comes on in our community and you want to hear my thoughts I will always be here to share my thoughts with you guys. Thank you guys so much. And I say Happy New Year to all of you and good night.
Thank you so much. So what I want to tell you is I'm so sorry that it didn't work that way for you alone to be in studio, because I told you were coming to be alone in studio, and later I invited Honorable Koluba. So thank you so much for accepting our invitation. We are happy that you say you are willing at any time to appear here when we call you. Thank you. Duo, you got anything to say to him? You got to unmute yourself, Duo.
I mean, I just want to say thanks to Alfred. I mean, the way Alfred spoke tonight, it tells me that I've been knowing him for some time now, and I know he has been a very good general guy who has that kind of leadership ability. I mean, if most of our leaders, I mean, can behave or can talk by the way he always present himself, I think we'll be making progress in our Liberian community. But these days, I don't know where that hate coming from. I mean, those things when we are away from home, we do those things to keep us together. But I mean, coming up, maybe John Brown does not want to see Peter or Mary. I mean, it's kind of like bad. I mean, I want to just say thanks to Alfred. Then the Liberian community in Iowa there, you guys need to really work together so that we can move forward. And thank for being here, and I wish you the best.
Thank you, Comrade Konowa.
Good night.
Yeah, so Duo, as we were saying, I decided to get Alfred South story on this, the whole program report, the whole installation program report thing. Because we the activists, people go against us. This guy I'm talking about, Samuel Maboro Anna, has chosen to always go against me. And even the president, because like in a group chat this morning, he raised certain concern against the president. The president is advising people, in fact, is setting all the rules in the group chat for people to follow. And the president has also brought the calendar of events for the organization for the next, let's say for this 2026. All the men went there. Madam President, you are a dictator. You tell the people that you're talking to your children. And all these things are constitutional. You will get a community general meeting to go discuss calendar of events, or it is the executive, the president is supposed to work with the executive to bring out calendar of events. Then they show it to the community, from there they take it to the general meeting. But saying and I was so brutal on the president in morning. Yeah, you don't talk to people that you're talking to your children. I believe he's somehow angry with the president. Maybe, I don't know, because he want to get a report, so he want for the president. Even myself, the man came out the other day, say he got mail for me. I'm a part of the hall for mail. I don't really know what he means when he say he got mail for me. He got a gallon of mail for me. I should part of his house. So, you know, like, another thing happened in a group chat again. He just don't know. The president got to delete Lauren from the group chat for no reason. But I will continue to be on this report until we make this report. He has to make the report. Like, brown people got to know where their money went. You can tell the people money you go spend. You say you going, you get. How many people attended our program? We all, the program, I was so busy, I didn't go there. But, you know, within the digital world now, everything can be live on Facebook. The people that were there, if they can even read 100, I don't know. They bring their attendance. Whether the occupants or the participants of that program, they could reach 100 persons. See, and I said 400 people coming. They are already green light. They coming, so you can't go anywhere except the convention center. People looking for a community hall. He told that money, whether he ate it or he paid for it. He doesn't want to make report on it. He running away. When it's scheduling in the community general, or meeting for him to come make report. We will not passing. No. But in a group chat, they're attacking people, attacking the president. Madam President, you don't talk to people that you're talking to your children. We are not your children. When last you ever see community or calendar even been discussed in meeting before they can bring it to fulfillment? It is the executive, the constitution provides it. Maybe the only thing you tell me, the president bringing it lately because the constitution says it should be in October for the next year. But now she's bringing it out, the calendar even for the next year. So probably this coming meeting, she will carry it in the general meeting now to show it to the Nigerian people. See, and I say, she will not do it out. She will go in the meeting so that Nigerian people can go decide. You see? Happy New Year, Mr. Akoy. You see what's going on? Whenever you speak the truth, people go after you. You got to know you're saying the truth against them. Now we're breaking down the community. Their constitutional issue is something to even be dragging that is saying they got to go. So now we're getting the guys frustrated. Then they want to put it in they want to put it on the issue that between Rachel and Colonial. If Rachel and Colonial in court together, their court case, that is different. But they want on here, that address they want on here. The board just woke up, they brought suspension letter for the president. No reason. Why the suspension letter came. And all that thing going on, the stakeholder there. That's what the commerce said here that some of them know about who they hold to. I was so surprised. The whole Richard thing. Yeah, Happy New Year, Peter send you. The man say, my man, I can always say in a group chat there, you're not supposed to listen to my voice. When my voice better be low, that hey, yeah, you know I can talk. We come to that one. So when a Rachel issue came, the constitution violation, when it came out, the violation to our constitution, when it came out, we expected stakeholders to come and condemn. You know, so that condemnation can make somebody to resign.
Yeah.
But there was no condemnation. Until when the president, because the pressure was too much on her, people calling her. You made decision in the Rachel thing that you will be removed. The president came out with Rachel removal. That when you saw one of the former presidents, Mr. Jacob Johnson, Mr. Jake Johnson, that when you saw him coming in a group channel to make comment because he had heard of Richard Guinness removal. He had heard of Richard's removal now. He started from the president. The president's suspension it was not done properly, it's illegal. Why couldn't you have spoken? Why you never spoke about the Richard thing? Until you saw Rachel removal. You said because you got more interest in Rachel. So you just want to tango around the other thing so people can say, yeah, Jake Johnson is neutral. He not bagging anybody. Yeah, leader not speak. You don't hear for bias. You turn the right, then you hire say no. Rachel issue king, the constitutional violation king, it was months before. Tell they going last Sunday. We went there before the president can talk about the removal of Rachel. That when now you saw stakeholder or Mr. Jake Johnson coming out to speak. You see? That been vibes. And if we want a good organization, why should we compromise that kind of thing? It causing problem because somehow we are right. Rachel is not the financial secretary for the organization. I can't take my money and go give it to Rachel Abigi. That means I'll give my due to Rachel money. I can't give it. In fact, the president is not the one to collect my due, so I'm not paying you. So let me be clear, I'm not paying you.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
No financial secretary. You can't. It's unprofessional. It's legal. It's a risk for me to do business with Richard Green, who is not financial secretary constitutionally.
Mhm.
And you can't deny my rights.
Of course.
How many people are going to court now? Because if I don't pay my due now, you say, no, you're not paying due, so he has limited right. Why? And I'm right. I can't tell him due, I go create somebody who is not financial secretary by constitution. The constitution say when you succeed yourself more than once, the community should go to vote. When you win a vote, you stay. The constitution was straight there, say you may not even do it. So tell me now, the constitution say you may not kill. Nobody should kill. Then when you are successful, you kill. What do you expect? To bear the punishment, right? You hold yourself responsible.
Yeah.
But don't say, why the people allow me, I came this far. No. It's for bailing. It's not something for people to even do. They come in the other time, one of Richard's supporters were bringing point. They say, you get a gate, you assign security there, then you told the security nobody should enter the gate with slipper on their feet. Then somebody came and power with slipper, they enter the fence. Who should be held responsible? And the security. So Richard is not to be held responsible because the people, the election have authority that qualify Richard. So you don't bring the man. The man will anything. So Duo, tell me now. The security allowed this person to enter the fence with their slipper on. Until they went in the fence now, before people broke them. Before that man was broke that his slipper on. Because the security allowed him, it means his slipper should stay on his feet.
So it doesn't
When
even
it's
mean
a
that.
law, when it's a law, the law that in our face say nobody should be seen with slipper on. Nobody should wear slipper.
It doesn't make him right because the security allow him to go in there.
The law, by law, the law that in the face, it say nobody should be having slipper on. But for that reason, the law even assigns security. So the law of the organization says none of the executive members should succeed themselves more than once. So because the election commission allowed them, the king now so they will go. That is a clear example. They made in the fence that you get a slipper on now. But the law in the fence says nobody, or I even try to set an example. You went to American embassy. Before you enter the embassy, they can screen you. No weapon you should enter. Why if the security did not do their screening well? You enter the fence, the American embassy, you enter the embassy with other something that is declared is considered weapon. Because the security allow you, the people will allow you to be in a fence without weapon. Let them answer me now. You will be allowed to stay in that embassy with a weapon in your hand. Weapons are not allowed by the law. So whether security see you, security did not see you, no weapon allowed. No theater allowed. Whether you are booked by election commission or you're not booked by election commission, no theater is allowed. That's what the law says. The law is clear for it. Yes. Thank you, Comrade Alfred. That's the scenario with Prophet Key. Prophet Key, when Prophet Key have all the time been in Morocco. He spent all his lives in Morocco. He spent all his life, all his time, all his days in Morocco during the time of other government, early government, even Georgia government. Prophet Key just came yesterday. Prophet Key, because of Nimakande by election, I went and registered. He was qualified. He certificated him. Everything. Then later people got to know that he did not even register, and the election law said, in order to be eligible to even contest, you must be a registered voter.
Yeah.
But you will not get voting card. the law is clear that you might not even contest. I want to Prophet Key, all right.
Yeah.
So why the law could not buy? Why people could not say Prophet Key can contest because he already been certificated. The Nigeria Election Commission responsible for this. Why they could not carry the blame there? But when the law forbids it, the law said no. Prophet Key will automatically deny. And he himself accepted it. He just cry. And he accepted it.
Oh, yeah. I see.
So what is the truth here that cannot be told? People talking Latin, Latin, let's just forget about it. The man already there now. How long for the man 10 to end? Like how long? You see how Liberian looking or duo. You see how the reason why Liberian we can't go anywhere. They kind of organization. How will other Liberians be encouraged to come on board? You know how many Liberians here? Liberian people living here playing we that can do the transport thing and we can see them. You know how many Liberian people get mess feeding in there? They say they can never come to Liberian association thing. They say, "Mama, you get a time for I can't even go there because nothing good is talking about it. Party from party to party. Now all they go there for to be loving to one another, women, one another, men. When you get men, you go there, somebody look for men for you. You get woman, you go there, they look for woman for you. Now all over there, so we going there. These are some of the reasons why people can be discouraged. You tell a simple thing, you make it out of beating. We need to there, you knocking your chest. When you lie, we need ever give report. From King Town. Now today going the group chat, he writing long thing there, putting percentage of people who not pay, he say he will be giving a financial report in due time. It's short time. I'm not January 10 to January 10 to the what to the 5th or to the what. That's why he said that. Because now he thought on now the fire on his back. He won't move. What is essence? This man yesterday was even talking about his suspension because he rolled the community money for years in his personal account. But we're not talking about that one. The one we are after is the constitutional violation. The constitution should be respected. That's what we're discussing here. For people not looking around. We get disciples that are guarding him, that are protecting him to do this wrong thing, to set this bad legacy, to take our community into chaotic situation. Then somebody want to bring the comrades for going to court, so you want them to take the law into their hands. Yeah? The best person is the one who goes to court. Now the person who has respect for the rule of law. That's why you go to court. How will we move? Trust me, anything that will not really bring Benin. People, there are plenty of people that talk. You know how many times the constitution violation thinking, and I let how the president can do it. Always when they raise it, she can only come down. The issue about the vice president thing, a few days, they say only executive memo. The constitution says so. Madam President, you can't violate the constitution. So now, why y'all can't call on Richard Bini to step down? Then a better organization that they see it going anywhere better. Then some of them will sit down here, they want for Liberian government, for other people to be straight over there. They're not straight here. No, so now we got to say these things. You got both group of guys who do not know their functions, calling themselves board members. The board members. I stand by my words to say that because there are so many errors they continue to make. They operate in errors. What was the reason of them going to take the president's name from on the bank account? What is the constitutional backing they got? The constitutional, let's say the constitution only back there to freeze the account. They get a right to write the bank for the bank to freeze the account. but they get the right to move the president, to take the president in from the account. It's a serious violation. The account by law, the community account by law, it should be signatory to the president, the financial secretary, the treasurer, and the list goes on there by law of the organization.
But why is the body sick there and a few people are illegal?
You got one confused guy called Gifford Smith who does not know his left from right. Look at why he can even be doing the group chat. He made that play ball the time he was small, he played. But now he see to play. In the group chat, what he can be doing. So now we get ready, start speaking part of Loma, blah, 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 blah. You don't do that. You are not the only person who speaks dialect here. We can all speak it. But you talk where people will understand and somebody will be able to interpret. You got to be serious. You think like people voted you for you to be a playboy around here? Now the man calling himself acting both channel. He's just working all day, here and there. You can hear with tire. Richard moving from over there. Oh, the man cost me. Oh, the man cost me good. He cost me he came in inbox, so I get all the recording, all the information. The man cost me good. I'm tough. It cost me good.
I mean, Lauren, I think we
yeah, so let's just get our conclusion statement and develop from there.
I don't have much to say, like I just said from the beginning. I mean, when I met the president, the kind of energy I saw, the way she spoke, welcome all the time. I know that she has some leadership ability. She has something good to offer.
Yes.
But she cannot do it by herself if people are not come together to help her so that she can achieve. I mean, I just want to urge everybody in that area there to stand by her because seeing a female in leadership, I mean, every man has to kind of stand by her so that, I mean, the organization can succeed, with holding here and there, because we saw the same thing again from the former president of Korea. At the end of the day, too many noise. At the end of the day, leader will not really succeed what they want to do.
Nothing can happen at the end.
So at the end of the day, people will be we doing this thing to help each other. We're doing this thing to make sure that we get back to our society back home. I mean, if we kind of fighting each other, and the funny part about the entire thing, I've been in leadership. I've been a leader for so many organizations. Some of the people who made it noise, if you really gave them authority or the kind of position to say, okay, can't serve, they will not. They will bundle every time. I mean, but those are the people who made a lot of noise every time. Oh, the other one wrong. The other one did. The other one that.
Well, now what we're seeing, the former American presidency, he want to know the true character of a man, just giving power. Now what you're seeing people that give us money because like first time to get position like that, so the position is big for him.
Yeah,
It's too big for him, making him too confused.
I just want to say thank you, and I hope that the people see reason to work together. But for the guy who went to court, let me say again, the 100% right to go to court. If you want to find a remedy to any issue, I think the best place to go to court. But like I said, my only point I've been having before going to court, there are procedures you have to follow too. You have to exert all the procedure. I mean, the president have to invite a person.
All these procedures have been exalted.
Okay.
But to no avail. That's why you see the Congress going for the law to come and interpret everything to us all here.
Yeah, but I know you left. I want to ask him when will be the hearing to that case. Because
that's why I wanted us to gain more time, or the other guys in studio too. You know, sometimes when we do it that way, they will say, Lauren Unique can just take control of the whole show. You can't give people time to talk. I wanted us to hear more from Eric. But however, the information.
I mean, Eric was to work, so I hope that if there is any new development, you should come back.
You always to
I
update
mean,
the
brother, I wish you the best and happy new year, and we hope to do this better.
Thank you. You know that the whole advocacy thing, people now start attacking me.
It will always be.
Yeah, my family will attack the other time to McDonald.
Really?
Yes, my wife and my daughter were attacked to McDonald by two black American guys. But prior to that, on so many occasions,
so what happened?
The community members are always threatening. She said she will send bad guys on me. I got witnesses to that. In person of Judy Felix, she was always threatening. She did a recent one. They gone time when we went to the children party. They go Christmas. Yeah. She attacked me. She said she will send bad guys on me. She said she knows some bad guys. People were there. Even the president was present. James people, other guy was present. But the only thing I got to tell them is don't go after my family, my children. No, come to my very self. I'm available at all times. 24 hours, you can see me. I'm awesome. So, you know, take down my car, let's simply just park in front of my home, take down my car, let's simply you sell for me, no problem. Or read that, make only one time, make that one time, make that two times.
So what come out of the attack?
The attack, the police came. When they called the police came. But then we just decided to leave it. They said they will view the camera because Loretta also videotaped there and McDonald got camera there. They said they were going to search it and all, but I just told them they will leave it. I decided to just leave it. Yeah, but my thinking went on her. Whether she's the one, I don't know, but she has said it before, so she not gone. She nothing. If she get a medicine for herself, if she get a bad guys for herself, not for Lauren Gillen. The only thing Lauren Gillen will continue to stand for the truth. Lauren Gillen will always say the truth. Everything. Yeah. If she will feel offended, then she got to do the right thing. You got to do the right thing. And for her, she knows. We collected money here for burial for their body being. She took the money and ate it. It was not for one. And I thought about it. That was making her to be against me, to be sending bad guys on me. Then that's her business. And you don't want for Lauren Jr. to talk about you. Do the right thing. Then don't put your hand up for the public thing. I'm going in people who to go take their private thing. You see me talking anything, I must see it either in a community meeting or in a group chat. I discuss about it. You want to be private, personal, don't bring it to my attention. You don't want me call me, don't take part in community thing. You put your hand up there, do the right thing. You don't do the right thing, I will talk.
All right.
So I'm never detailed, I'm ready for it. All right, so guys, Joe, you still got anything to say before?
No, I'm okay, and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you so much for always being here. I mean, you know, in fact, you're not sure on the show, so you always bring the guys here. So that's how our community is. Right now, Richard Winnie has caused the community to come to this. I call the pandemonium among community members here. He has caused the community to come to this chaotic mood now. This is where our Liberian community stands now. More members are going away, all because of Richard Winnie's action. He has no respect for the Constitution. He's violating it intentionally. He has no remarks because somebody who is doing something by mistake will feel sorry for themselves and show some remarks. He will come out and say, oh, guys, they think that be unknowable, but Richard is defending himself. He said he was legally elected. So Who arguing with you that you're not legally elected? You are legally elected. You went through everything, but you're not even supposed to have gone there. Who takes the blame when you are ignorant to the law? That's who you didn't know. Can ignorance set you free of the law? Ignorance is not an exception to the law or to the rules. Anybody can go on a football field and say, and hold a ball and chunk in a goal and say, I didn't know, so that go. You think they were lying? The referee can allow the player then to teach them the rules of the game? No. But when you do it another time, the referee will blow. When it warrants yellow card, when it warrants red card, he point it at you. So ignorance is not an exception. So even you go that route to say Richard Benny was innocent, you didn't know about it. That does not still give him the right to be financial secretary. And I stand by my words. I'm not paying one due. I'm not paying any money because you get somebody who's not supposed to be financial secretary. So, Madam President, you take my message to the president. I want to see you. Already, the guy, the board member party, already want for the president to feel. But I know it's a bad or mentality that like people have or do. They feel when the government feel that only the president.
Yeah.
The other people they are there, the lawmakers they are there. They know that all of them feel. So that one now, the whole board, that the perception they have, that when the promises that were given to the Liberian people, when there's no community center, they mean that they're going to feel that what they get fighting, they're going to, my man, they're fighting a woman. Because all the concern they've been raising, no sense, no reason even. You can see it clearly. Even when they came out, they say they're suspending the woman. For what reason? No reason. And do you have the power to do that? No. But because the attack can cut on her, the attack can get caught on her. And somehow we are not willing to sit down and see the wrong thing going on. Anyway, any kind of way you say, hey, they're going to think that my man, yes, I'm proud to be your son. Yes. Yeah. Now what somebody can say, you're a born man. Say, yeah, I'm a born man. So that's how it is, my man. We will not take all the time here. So, guys, if this show were not better, we hope and pray to make it better the next time. And if it were better, we hope and pray to make it more better than this the next time. I've been in studio with one of the panelists here, Honorable Shelton Duo. Yeah, Shelton, you still got something to say?
No, I think I'm good, and we hope to see if you have any guests. Maybe someday we can say about it.
Okay, so anytime we always come here to discuss the issue, to disagree and to agree. Thank you so much. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year. Well, Facebook, we will no copyright to this song. That's the voice of the man, Yan D. Yan Dokpa. Let us say happy birthday. If today is your birthday. Happy New Year to everybody. Happy New Year to Mother Marilyn Yene, the mother of Lawrence Yene children. Mama, this day, God richly bless you for this year. Thank you. Continue to take care of your children. It's not a crime, man, to have plenty of children. That's God's blessing, Mama. Help Lawrence Yene. Be with him. You guys can take care of these kids. Happy New Year, Mama. It's just an advice.
mo ine ya eke ine ye. Yo mwase wa ike bandundele eke idina.
Eke idina.
Ya kola so wa ike bandundele eke idina. Me kumpoto sisa yelele moka. Me kumpoto sisa yelele moka. Me dua kumpoto sisa yele moka.
Me busy.
Consiele yo. Le cielo yo. Kole benete mo ilesia eke ilesi.
If it's not time for you to marry, don't get yourself in the whole relationship thing. Make sure you want to take care of the responsibility. That's why he's saying here. Tell you, it goes to men and women to keep a relationship with her. What as you know we say, loving is easy, but living together is hard. It's hard to live together, but it's very easy to love. Don't go there. Don't go there if you're not ready yet.
Kalola paipa.
I tell you.
Yekore benite mo ineya yeke ineye. Mone konsi ayiko, mone lesi ayiko. Mone lesi ayiko, mone konsi ayiko. Le mone tie, kon mone tie. Le mone tie, kon mone tie.
Bye-bye.
Wana ayati mo.